Hi students, in our last class we were learning about the basic economic problems. Today we are going to learn about how we are going to solve these economic problems, such as what to produce in what quantity and how to produce and whom to produce. So as I said, we have already learnt about it. Now we are going to see how an economy or a country going to solve this. Okay, let's see what is an economic system. An economic system is a mechanism or the institutional framework made by people who live within a society to solve basic economic problems is called an economic system. So here I am saying it is a mechanism or a framework created by people, you and me, who live within a society to solve basic economic problems. So, and these institutions, or we call in our normal terms businesses, of an economic system operate according to the rules and regulation created by man. So this is mainly include organizations or companies in an economy. Let's see what are the elements or part in simple terms parts of an economic system. Number 1, household. Number 2, government. 3, business firms. Number 4, labor organization. Number 5, non-governmental organization. Number 6, markets. Number 7, incentives. Number 8, legal structure. Finally, values, tradition and culture. So let's analyze the most important ideas one by one. Out of these main elements, special parties who make decision in an economic systems are: number 1, household, then government, number 3, business firms, number 4, labor organization and non-governmental organization. The most important institutional characteristics of an economic system is the household. Household means simply you and me. Let's see the definition from the syllabus. Household means a group of people who lives under the same shelter, which means same house, and who share a common budget is called a household. So for example, you and your parents and brother sister will come under the term called household. And household can be in two forms. One is nuclear families, the other one is extended families. Nuclear families mean small families, extended families means big families. Let's see why household are so important in an economic system. The main reason behind this: household are the suppliers of labor, and on the other hand they are the consumer of most of goods and services produced. So we know we are the people who buy goods and services in the market, and also we are the people who supply the labor. For example, our parents or brothers will be a labor, person who is working for an organization. So as a household we are supplying labor as well as consuming the goods which are produced by the economy. Then household are the owners of factors of production. So we know the factors of production: land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship. So these are mainly supplied by the household. So for example, if someone father is a policeman, he is a labor category. So someone is renting their building in the town, which means we are renting the land. So same way applied for the other factors of production. So mainly factors of production in an economic system is owned by the household and supplied by them. So household as an important factor in economic system, they have three main duties. Number 1, making decisions related to the supply of factors: land, labor, capital, etc. Number 2, making decision related to the purchase of goods and services. So for the daily consumption and for the survival, we need to buy goods and services and we need to make decision regarding it. Number 3, making decision related to saving, which means how much is consumed and how much is saved at the end of the month. Number 2 factor in an economic system is the government. The government is each and every country has form of a government, and these government have large authority. So these are the people who run the economic system apart from the household, and we call them president, prime minister, ministers, etc. So then let's see what are the duties of a government. Number 1, protection of economic and personal rights. So as a whole, the right of the economy and the right of the individual has to be protected by the government. Number 2, regulation of industry and businesses. For example, they will not allow us to conduct illegal businesses, so regulating the businesses. Number 3, providing goods and services. Goods and services required by the businesses as well as household. Number 4, redistribution of income. For example, there will be two types of people in the economy who make one people will be who make higher revenue, higher income. The other people will be, we call them poor people. So from the higher income earners, they will collect tax and they will redistribute it to the poor people. So that is one of the main function of government. Number 5, making rules and regulation and constitution. So in the parliament, they will make rules and regulation regarding businesses and economic system. Then number 3, business firms. Business firms are the people who produce goods and services to satisfy human needs and wants. Example include private companies, cooperative, state companies. And there are important duties of business firms, which include number 1, purchasing of factors of production from the household, land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Number 2, deciding what to produce in what quantity, how to produce and whom to produce. Okay, so the main economic problem is answered by the business. Number 3, production of goods and services, as I said earlier. Number 4, selling of goods and services at a reasonable price. Then another element I was talking about, non-governmental organization. During these days, this is very famous term we use. Their main duties are, example includes elimination of poverty. For example, they provide shelter, which means constructing houses and providing to the poor people. Number 2, protecting environment. Of course, this is done by government, but on top of that, there are non-governmental organizations who are involved in protection of environment, such as animal rights, example. Finally, providing welfare for the affected people at natural disaster. For example, last time also during Corona period, there were some of the organization who were providing food and sometimes money also.